Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird. Eve Evangeline Einstein's mind. Exhausted, but I have great discoveries to share with you. Is the Hebrew, the Jewish Bible, the same as the Holy Bible? The Old Testament, abbreviated OT, is the first part of Christian Bible based primarily upon the Hebrew Bible, or Tanakh, Tanakh. Okay, part. Present, rat. People resent, rat. Part. Pa-art. Ape art. Part. Ape heart. Hear harp. We'll find out who the ape is, don't worry. Part, ape, hear harp. Ape, rat, art, ape, tap, tap. Hear mouth harp. The rap, trap. You see that? Rap, R-A-P. Let's see. Trap, T-R-A-P. Trap. Fingertips. Harmonica. Fingertips. Hear the harmonica. Little Stevie Wonder ape. Little Stevie Wonder's first hit at 12 years old was called Fingertips, and he played the harmonica. The rap, trap, Little Stevie Wonder ape, finger, tips, harmonica. He arm, charm, harm. He arm, charm, harm. On Cali farm. California, one. Hypnotized, mesmerized, stylized, disguised, as pitiful child, broken eyes, prize, hit song, hide in plain sight, Hitler backbone, I can't see you, you can't see few, Führer, mirror, Manera, Ma, enter era, eyes are clearer, communists speak, political correctness, mild red, censored, truth, directness. I can see clearly now the reign of terror being called a name. You're a homophobe, you're a racist, you're anti-Semitic, you're Islamophobe. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds, arc of the prouds, barks of the EP dogs, some kind of dogs, song EP dogs, and Snoop Dogg, barks of the Snoop Dogs, and the David Hoggs. These are the obstacles in the way of clear thinking that create fogs, but I can see clearly now. Reality's found. Fake news and make-believe blues and indoctrination schools broke too many rules. They lose. Okay, all right. What else? The Emperor Constantine threw out 44 books of the Bible in the 4th century, including words of great women and the facts of reincarnation. You can see more about this on the video, banned several times, science behind the law of attraction. Okay, and check that out. There's a scientist who hosts this DVD, and it just gives all this information that the church has kept from us. The Catholic Church, I think. It's impossible to understand the circle of life if you don't understand reincarnation. We die then. When our turn comes around again, we're reborn, reformed, reborn. Her energy, be or not to be or not to be energy in human form. Hum and Angel Evangeline. Sing man. Hum and sing man. Live band. Stand grand. Slam. As for slaughtered. Lamb. Lost Angels. Mild red bird song stopped. Humiliated about makeup. When I was in the city of Los Angeles, they call it Los Angeles. See how they mess up the words so you don't know what they're talking about, right? My husband was there in Los Angeles where he grew up. And I went to the club where he was. I was visiting Los Angeles, and he was traveling around. And he called me up in front of all the people in this club and said, she doesn't need this makeup, right? She would look better without this makeup, because I had had my face professionally made up because I was in California and I wanted to look as good as the next person for my husband, and there he humiliated me in front of all those people. Then in another club, I was in the green room kind of place, and he came in and handed me his coat. And I said to myself, what the heck's this all about? And I followed him. And I saw him and Stevie Wonder's brother making a date with two girls. More humiliation. You see, that's where that came from. They slaughtered the lamb in Los Angeles. Mild red bird song. Me, that was the lamb. So that was the beginning of the end of our marriage. He got carried away when he had a little success. Stevie Wonder heard our album, What It Is, and he called him and me to come and meet him, and he became fast friends with Edwin. Edwin Birdsong was my husband's name, and the family of brothers welcomed him, and so did his mother, Steve's mother, Lulu Mae Hardaway. So he chose to spend most of his time with them and leave me and our children alone. So that's how that happened. Okay, where am I? Love Thy Neighbor, now a comedy series by Tyler Perry, follows daily struggles, triumphs of a loser family named the Love Family. They just used the word love, that they named this loser family Love Family. It's obviously not a family of love, loving people. It's on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Order present. Open Public Records. When free eye from prison. Free the eye from the prison of looking at things and thinking they mean one thing, whatever the people who create the commercials and songs and movies want us to think we're looking at. Say, You have to use your brain, not just your eyes. The eyes, the senses, are slaves to the mind. It says that the eyes look at a blonde, skinny girl and say, "Oh my God, that's heaven. That is beauty." Nothing to do with him thinking, using his brain. Is she beautiful inside as well as outside? He doesn't think about that until he gets involved with her, and then he sees her ugliness. If she's ugly, she could be beautiful. They got beautiful blondes inside now. Networked. Enter extraterrestrial. Mild red songbird Eve Evangeline is an extraterrestrial. She's from the sun, which is an extraterrestrial. Okay. Enter extraterrestrial worked harder than anyone ever. Uncovered mild red uncovered. So many lies. Turn the tide. No more free ride. The winners have won. The truth has come to light. Right is back on the top spot. That's good news again. See, it's not all bad news. St. Matthew, that's Dr. Oz, was the disciple, Jesus Christ, disciple St. Matthew. Matthew 22, verses 34 to 40, King James Version. Robin Birdsong was King James. Robin Birdsong is the daughter of Mild Red, Eve, myself. Verse 37, Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all their heart, and with all their soul, and with all their mind. 38, verse 38, this is the first and great commandment. Verse 39, and the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Thyself, you see, when I Googled love thy neighbor, I thought I would get this Bible verse, but instead I got some sitcom. So you see the priorities of the country, the culture. Thyself you hold to a high standard. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Thyself you hold to a high standard. Therefore you must hold your neighbor. The whole world is your neighbor, said Jesus Christ, Charan Singh. You love the Lord thy God. Love means to become the other person. Love is losing your identity. Therefore, you become the Lord. That, I'm talking Sarah. How do you feel about it? I feel good to know that to love the Lord is to become the Lord. What Jesus meant, that's what Jesus meant when he said, the Father, the Son, and I are one. He loved the Father, and he became him. Jesus became him. That's why he said, I'm one with the Father. Verse 40. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. That's the only way you could not only merge into the fire in the sky. That's the only way you could merge into the fire in the sky, the heavens, to embrace it, to taste it, to lick the flames of it. Pain and pleasure are the same thing at that level when you're burning in the fire. So you burn 24/7 for eternity is heavenly bliss. You don't exist. No more risk. This is the heaven trip that the three major religions are talking about. Suicide cults, the occult, order cult, culture. Religions have been giving you tips how to access this existence, burning for eternity. See, they told you I guess in the Bible, because they changed the Bible, they left books out of the Bible, that hell is burning for eternity. But that's not hell, because by the time you're allowed into the sun's flames, you are the sun, and there is no pain. It's bliss, you see. Hell is the animal kingdom when you don't exist because you have no self-awareness, yet you're in a human, not a human, you're in an animal form. You could be in 8,400,000 species. You could be. That's how many species exist. And those are the forms you can take. And you could be a skunk, you could be a tree, and just sit there for 400 years. You could be a rock. You could be in the air without a body at all. You see what I'm saying? These are the hells. Okay. Alright, let's go on. See what we can find. You cannot escape life by jumping into the fire. The fire that'll never expire. The Hex Empire. Have an example unknown. You cannot imagine this truth. Only a body willing to work from sunup to way past dark with the smartest mind of all mankind, of all time, Einstein, could have used the wisdom of the stars and heavens, and Angel Evangeline Adams was the astrologer I'm talking about, with the intuition. The voice of God is intuition, using Logos, which is reason. Einstein's mind could have Einstein's mild red figured, had revealed the layers of love, of life. Okay, so I'm saying to you, you could never have imagined the intelligent design of the universe. Einstein had to figure it out for you and present it to you, and that's what he's doing in the body of the Michelle Birdsong right here. Okay, life decoded. Will I sex pleasure? Feel energy. Will pleasure feel energy? Will the energy be pleasurable? Strife. See truth, her pleasure, feel Eve energy, earth, birth, worth, first dirt, cursed, then worse hurt. Now one, own, found, unbound, sun, surround, town. Nature's secret, talk and share. Returns us to self-aware. Declare hope is in the air when you're clear-minded and fair. Possible with perfect talk and share. I hope you paid attention, because if you paid attention, you understood, because it's totally logical what I've written. So it's saying, to sum it up, talk and share can get you back to center. And the sun makes life, you won, because you got the sun surrounds the town. You have light. Say. Okay, and when you're not clear-minded, you do talk and share, and it returns you to clear-mindedness. Okay, so that's heavenly. Oh, that's it. All right, so I've told you the secrets that you could never have imagined exist, the way the universe works. And the reason you can't go back to the fire and feel bliss for 24/7 for eternity is because Gurinder Singh locked the door to the ocean of bliss. So your choice is hell, being in the animal kingdom, in the 8,400,000 species, or being, your choice is to be doing that, going around dying and being reborn as something else down there, and dying and living and being reborn as something else, and on like that endlessly for eternity. Or you can be a human and be happy. Because if you have strife and you become unhappy, all you have to do is talk and share to get back to center and to get back to being happy. So those are pretty darn good choices, as far as I can tell you. Okay, this is the mind of Einstein, Eve, Evangeline, Mary, coming to you from New York City. It is 4:45 a.m., April 16th, and I can't recall when I slept because this is very, very time-consuming, hard work. But I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. This is no cheap information I'm giving you off the top of my head. A lot of work went into finding this, uncovering the nature's intelligent design. Okay, so